Shaun, you said on Saturday it was off the ball that really bothered you after that game. And have you seen a reaction in training this week?
Yeah, I've seen a reaction. I think off the ball was a huge disappointment. I think, yeah, it was, yeah. I think the way Reading play, they're very aggressive at getting the ball forward. If we don't, or not all the team is absolutely at 100%, then not just Reading, any team will beat us. So, and also with it, I think we got in a habit in that first half of, and second, of having a lot of possession, but actually not hurting them with it. Which is kind of the opposite of what it was through pre-season, Charlton. So, yeah, a bit of work this week. Reading, sort of everything about the game was not what I wanted. And the difference within 7 days of that Charlton performance and Reading was quite stark.
Has the intensity this week been tough? Has it been higher given the reaction?
Yeah, obviously we didn't train before that week, Reading and Barnsley. Yeah, there's also things I reflect on. Did I get the Barnsley team wrong? I went really strong for 60 minutes. I got asked at the start of seasons, am I going to take the cup seriously? And it was definitely in my mind to take it as seriously as possible. In hindsight, maybe I wouldn't have started as many as I did against Barnsley. But in saying that, it's 3 games into the season. Like as I said, I don't think anyone needs a rest. But the intensity has been better this week. But I need to see it on Saturday.
I think you touched on it there. It's only been 2 league games. You've said openly you were pretty pleased on the whole with the performance against Charlton. And is it fine margins at times? Obviously, it's not what you wanted against Reading, but it's only been 2 league games. It's a long season. Has that also been the message?
Fine margins against Charlton, yeah. I think we were very good against Charlton, and then in that final third, one, we didn't take our chances. Probably should have created more than we did with the amount of possession we had in certain areas. They took theirs. They had one big chance and they took it. Reading was different. It wasn't margins. Performance with and without the ball was nowhere near what was needed. So no, I think I look 2 games. That's football. That's the job as a manager. You feel the same. You win, things are very good. When you don't, it can be tough. I think that's always I think it's some deeper things in terms of around the club, the expectation. But that's my job. I have to deal with all that and stay as level as you can through all these moments, which I did. I think even in the Charlton game, I was really level with the performance, or level sort of stable in terms of speaking around the performance. I think Reading's different. I don't need to stay stable after that. What I saw there, I don't accept. Yeah.
Given the, don't want to say overachievement last year, but the achievement that you and the players, you know, what we did last year, given the turmoil and the points deduction, has that made, I suppose, expectations have gone up again this year? Is that fair to say?
No, maybe that's me as well. I think look, we start on 0, which is obviously a big plus point from last year. I think no, look, it's at this club in League One. I get the history that we have under previous managers. They've had the biggest budget in the league. They spent the most transfer fees. I get what the fans want to see when we're in this league, but I also want to punch above our weight. So I know where our budget is in the table. If it's mid-table, slightly below, I get that. But I feel if I get everything right, I can punch above that. So I don't want to dampen expectation. I still want to be ambitious myself. I want my players to be ambitious. So I get that. I think when I talk about really fighting for 6th place, like that is what we're thinking. We have to try and achieve that, do everything we can to do that. I get that previous years that we have outspent everyone, and and the club have gone into those years thinking we can win the league. So, but again, that's my job. I'm not here to dampen any expectation. I know where we are as a club. Yeah, I don't want to dampen the fans' expectations to the point where we're just okay. If I get any more pressure because I don't win the first 2 games, that's all right. That's on me. Again, that's my job. Like, I'm very privileged to be here. If I get under pressure because we've not won in 2 games, that's okay.
Looking into Crawley then, they've had obviously a great end to the season in League 2 last year and had a good start in League 1. And what are you expecting from Crawley on Saturday?
I think they'll play. I think they're going to come here and try and outplay us. Yeah, watching them in their first couple of games pre-season as well. Yeah, they'll come and play. They'll take risks and try and play through you. So yeah, we're going to have to be miles better than we were against Reading without the ball. and obviously Mal's better with it. But we're going to have to be aggressive. We were really aggressive against Charlton. We should have been a lot more aggressive against Reading. We were very aggressive Barnsley to start with. We have to be the same. There'll be certain positions that we have to try and create more pressure for Crawley to play through us than others, but yeah, we have to go for it. I don't want to see just a passive performance with and without the ball.
Callum McMan and Jordan Jones came off the bench at the weekend and made a bit of an impact. Are they in line? Have they got a chance of starting this week?
I think they've definitely got a chance of being involved again. I'll make the decision late in terms of starting. I think Cal, before Reading, had trained once. Jordan, I'm asking almost a miracle of, really. The guys had no pre-season, one training session, straight in against Charlton. I expect Jordan to have a big impact again in the game, same as Cal. Whether one starts or both come off the bench, I'll make that call on Friday.
And injury-wise, as a group, as a whole, how are we looking?
Couple of knocks, but I expect them to be fighting for a position on Friday. The players, the rest. Good news about Michael. He got another X-ray on his fracture, so he is healing really well. So he should be another probably 4 weeks, which is positive. And it'll probably be the same for Tyrese, Luke Robinson. We need that squad, and obviously the window has got 8 or 9 days, 9 days left. By the end of the next sort of 9 or 10 days, I want a really competitive squad, and that includes all the players that are injured at the moment fighting to get back fit. We wanted a certain squad, 90% of the squad for pre-season. We're a fair bit behind that, but it does make a big difference. So by the end of this window, I think we have to have a really competitive squad. If we do, I think performance of the group will improve, and also a little bit of confidence. That's probably what's missing after the first week or so.
So you're hoping maybe to bring a couple in before the end of that window?
Yeah, definitely. We have to. We've obviously lost a big one with Charlie, and I need the players. I don't want any player in our team to feel like they've got a comfortable position. And there's some profiles, obviously, from the first couple of games that we will need for the rest of the season.